What is going on, guys? It's your boy Big Dylan and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Seems weird saying that, but obviously this is the Destiny 2 beta. Just got some countdown gameplay in the background, just like random bits here and there from matches I actually played as soon as it went live. I'm just going to give you my first impressions on things that I like, things I don't like, things that I think need tweaking. Obviously this is just the first impressions. I will be doing a final impression on the very last day of the beta, so be on the lookout for that. So first things first, I'm going to go over the PvE side of things. So the first story mission, absolutely fantastic. I think it sets the scene really well. I just think it's really good compared to anything we've had in the past. It's just set at an entire new level. Absolutely amazing, loved it. Yeah, so that's the story mission. The strike, again, absolutely amazing. It's actually quite a long strike as well, you know. On average I think it takes like 20 minutes to do, you know, if I'm solo queuing. So yeah, it's quite a long strike, really good. I really like the 3-stage boss battle. Keeps you on your feet, constantly thinking about where to go, where's the boss gonna, like, you know, walk over next, where's he teleporting, you know, which enemies are spawning where. I feel like it's really good, really like the excitement in the PvE so far. Now, as far as like the enemies, all the enemies I've been killing so far, all the enemies seem well like put together and thought out, like the new tactics and stuff like they use, the new like types of enemies, like the flamethrower ones, and I just feel like it's really, it gels well together. It's not just sort of like being thrown together like sort of like some of the content feels like it has been in the past. That's no offense to Bungie, but I just feel like Destiny 2 has just been so well thought out. Obviously from so far from the story mission and the strike, it feels so well put together. Now, here's getting into a few of the things that I feel like need improving in the PvE side of things. Now, I've played the strike about 20 times so far, and I've done the story mission 3 times. Ammo drops need improving, to say the least. You know, primary ammo, I was running out of like both my primary ammos like quite often. At times I had no ammo whatsoever. Like no ammo was dropping like at all. So ammo drops for your primary weapons needs improving significantly, and I also think power weapon ammo doesn't really seem to drop. It sort of has like your spells, like sometimes you'll get loads to drop, like 4 or 5 packs will drop it at like once, and then you won't have any, say for like 2 strikes, and then you'll get some more. It's really weird. Obviously they've already addressed that, the power armor situation. They're going to be addressing that in full release, so that is something, obviously, thank God that they're actually listening. So huge credit to Bungie for actually listening to the community on that. Another thing, I feel like abilities need buffing in PvE. Not so much in the damage side of things, but I just feel like you never seem to get your like, I don't know how to put it without sounding stupid, but I'd like my super more often, and I don't really think ability cooldowns affects PvE, you know, like it'd be okay to have an extra grenade like every, you know, an extra 20, 15, 10 seconds earlier than what you get it in PvP, you know. I just think overall, you know, PvE's been slowed down quite a lot. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I really like the new weapon system. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I've been able to have 2 primary weapons. I feel like it's really satisfying, sort of like using 2 hand cannons. Especially on a hunter, you know, like I'll pop a mag off with my sunshot, and then I'll switch to my other hand cannon, pop the entire mag off with that, then I'll do like the gambler's dodge, I think it is, which it reloads your weapon, and then I'll just, you know, pop off another mag with that for like a good burst damage. So far I'm liking the new weapon system. I feel like it's really great, but like I said, maybe the abilities do need tuning a little bit for PvE only. I'm going to get into the PvP side of things in a sec. But that's pretty much it for the PvE side of things at the moment. I can't really say anything else other than that, obviously, because there's only 1 mission and 1 strike. Obviously, I'll be giving my final impressions in a couple of days, so I might have found out some new things and seen some new stuff that I might go over in that. But for PvP, now this is where it starts to get interesting. For me, I absolutely love, and I mean love, the Crucible now. It is absolutely amazing. Teamwork down to a T. It's the skill gap in this game has just gone through the roof. And when I say through the roof, I mean it's literally just skyrocketed. Yesterday, when me and my buddies were playing in Countdown, we played for like 3 hours and we only dropped 3 rounds in Countdown. So, you know, and 2 of those rounds were chokes. We just messed up with tactics of what we should have been doing. So yeah, a skill gap is definitely there. If you've been wanting Destiny to have a skill gap, it is there. I can see it being a little bit hindering for solo players. I feel like they're going to be a little bit of a disadvantage because of the amount of teamwork that's needed in Destiny 2. I feel like is going to really sort of affect only really the solo players. I think Bungie really need to start matching teams with teams and solos with solos just to make it fair. I feel like that would really sort of fix the general issue, because communication between players whilst they're playing, especially on a game like this, is absolutely crucial. It feels not, I wouldn't say it's Halo, but it feels like sort of similar to Halo as like gunplay, where team shooting is absolutely huge and it's essential, and like baiting and switching out of your obviously gunfights with your teammates, you know, rotating through, getting angles. Absolutely great so far. Nothing really negative to say. I think Arcstrider is needing a buff. Now I don't know how you would buff it, but it needs something to close the distance. It doesn't have anything to close the distance. Yeah, you can have like the constant sort of like cartwheeling dodge to like try and dodge bullets, but against competent players it doesn't really do anything, to say the least. So definitely I think Arcstrider does need a buff. I don't know whether you would add blink in, so maybe close, so obviously it's got like a distance closer, because that is the thing it's lacking, or just buff the movement speed whilst you're actually in the super. I feel like that would really help the Arcstrider significantly. As far as other supers go, they're actually pretty much all decent. They all have their own advantages, and they're all I feel like they all have like a certain skill gap into where you can tell if someone's perfected the subclass, to where if someone's not, like you can tell a good Dawnblade player between a newbie Dawnblade player. Like someone who's not particularly great on Dawnblade will be staying on the floor and just slashing the swords all over the place. Someone who's really good on Dawnblade will be really high up in the sky using like the Twilight Garrison movement, just thrusting all over the place and trying to just get the swords from above. So there's definitely skill gaps in every single super, and it's just learning the movements and everything obviously within each subclass, which I really do like. Bungie have already stated that this is a game about mastering, so take that into consideration. And I'm actually glad Bungie are trying to sort of increase the skill gap, because obviously Destiny hasn't had a skill gap for like 3 years. So yeah. Another thing that, again, I've already sort of gone over is just team shooting and team play. I really do like this, but again, it can be quite annoying if you're a solo player. So again, easy way to fix that: match teams with teams and solos with solos. The next thing that I hate is that there's skill-based matchmaking in quick play. I don't really see the point in having skill-based matchmaking in quick play and then competitive. Like, competitive is the game mode for skill-based matchmaking. Like, please. Like, I don't get it why there's no point in having a quick play game mode if the experience is the same across both. You see what I mean? Now, another thing I think needs improving is super energy in Crucible. You seem to get your super like right at the end of the game, or maybe you never get it in the game whatsoever. So I think another thing that does need improving is super energy on kills, and kills only. I feel like that's the only way you should be able to get more super energy. I don't think you should get more super energy for just standing still and doing nothing, because that then creates a campy, stupid meta that will instantly pretty much just negate the skill gap. People will be camping for supers again, like in Destiny 1, and I absolutely hate that. But every other ability, like your grenade, your melee, your healing rift, or your Titan blockade, or whatever, is pretty much fine. I don't think we need to do anything to them, just the super. But that's my first impressions. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the beta as much as I am. I'm absolutely loving it. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel. Again, final impressions will be coming towards the end of the beta. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.